I've been making portraits in public for years now. I started in like 2005, 2006 as a way to get out of the studio. It's just kind of evolved. I've really enjoyed the process. I've gotten to meet wonderful people and work in some very interesting venues, and it's really fascinating. I love working from life. So I started working in public, and people were interested, and they'd come over and watch me. I mean, I'd have this out in the park or in front of the library or in the mall or something like that, little portable studio. And they were interested, and they could see the process and see how absorbed I became in it. And I wanted to communicate that sense that you can focus right here and now while doing this. It's almost like a form of meditation sometimes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So how many of these have you done?
When I had a show in Columbus, 50 people gave them back to me for that exhibit. I give them away, and I was asking someone, hey, could I borrow those portraits back? You know, because I do the drawings and the sculptures. And the woman next to her said, did you want mine too? Or just hers? I was like, oh, I'd forgotten. Yes, yes, I want yours. Thank you.
You've done so many.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for you to actually do one?
It does depend. The one that I spent 3 hours while she was studying, her name was Roxy, and she was a student at Sinclair, and she was studying for a geology final, and so she just sat there, and I just sat there. I didn't disturb her, we didn't talk. That took 3 hours, and it was one of my favorite sculptures. But the other, you know, it just depends.
So you're meeting a person for the first time. So what are some of the challenges that you run into?
I think there's an issue of trust, you know, trying to get them to relax and trust that I'm not going to make them look, you know, odd or something like that. There's just the time, and I think that's why I like it. It's a process, and it's a practice, and it takes time, and you have to take the time to do it.
I completely understand that. And so there are a couple of projects that we're going to go back and we're going to talk about. Tell me about Canal Men.
Oh, wow, that was a wonderful invitation. Patrick Dougherty, the artist who works with sticks, was coming to town for Wegerson.
Yes.
And they wanted some local artists to make some public sculptures as well. So I got to pick my site, and it was those canals along Patterson Avenue, where the canal used to be.
Okay.
And I started researching that, and I found the stories were just amazing about the canals and how they were formed and the history. And I was fascinated by it, and I wanted to share that with people. So I made those huge figures and laid them in the bottom among refuse. And then I had all these like little memorial flowers, you know, like the poppies that from the Armistice Day, you know. The people helped me make those in a series of workshops, and I put those in there so that they wouldn't look too forlorn.
So there was another installation called the Worry Dolls. I love that title. So, I mean, what was your inspiration behind that?
That was the Guatemalan Mayan legend about telling the dolls your worries at night before you go to bed, and then in the morning you wake up and they're taking care of it. Well, the Worry Dolls that I was making were kind of a way to show people that art making is cathartic. You can kind of like put all those worries away. Just worry physically while you do it, and then after that doll is done, you're done. So I invited people to come and worry with me, and I made like a mandala of them. So hopefully I got all that worrying out of the way.
What do you hope the person takes away from this experience of kind of being present in the art making process?
I hope that they get a little bit of what I get from it, and it's a sense of mindfulness, and it's just a way to kind of focus on the moment and just be and to still all that stuff that's sometimes going on, or me a lot of the time going on in the back of my head, and just kind of focus. I just think that people are fascinated by seeing it come alive. You know, they're like, oh, is that how it works? You know, so I think something soothing about watching and also doing. You know, sometimes soothing, sometimes frustrating. Mm-hmm. I love doing this, like making this for you. And others, you know, they were really touched and pleased with the portrayal, you know. So it's like I'm working with you rather than for you, and I really like that.
That's really cool.
So
What's exciting you? What's your next level of challenge?
it's mainly the stories. You know what I mean? It's like I can do the idea in different materials. So sometimes the material is interesting and inspires me. The process is something I enjoy, but it's mainly the story, the narrative, or the idea that really gets me excited.
What do you want your legacy as an artist to be?
I'm not sure what I want to leave behind. I've been thinking about stuff, you know, and how much stuff I accumulate and how much stuff there already is out there in the world, and thinking about permanent public art. And I think I like it to be a little bit more ephemeral. I like the projects to be, but I'm not sure I need it to have a legacy, you know? I don't think I need to have anything cast in bronze. Okay, so you ready to see it?
I'm ready to see it.
All right.
All right.
What do you think?
Oh my God. God, you know, oh my God, that is like.
Does it look more like your dad? Oh,
Yeah.
This is where I took a spill last night.
Oh, you took a spill?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it doesn't. No, so it was so crazy to see yourself, and that's how I smile. You got it. You got it.
Good. Thank
Oh
you
my
for
God.
modeling.
Oh,
Excellent.
my pleasure. You totally got it.
Okay, cool.